Well, good evening, folks. This is Jeff, Real Country with Jeff and Melanie. Once again, it's late in the evening. It is hot and muggy, and I'm afraid we're fixing to have a thunderstorm. It's starting to thunder back in the back. But I was just going to try to do a little quick video, and it's getting close to the time of the year where everybody starts getting ready to go bow hunting. In the state of Georgia, I believe they start in about 2 weeks. And in Alabama, where I live, we've still got till October. But this channel, we're going to do a little farming, a little hunting, a little fishing, a bunch of everything, just real country life. And as we approach the fall, even though it's hot as summertime, it's just one of the things we do to start to prepare. So this evening, I thought I'd just film a little bit of me trying to see if I can hit the broadside of a barn with my little bow and arrow. Hadn't shot it in about a year. I may make a fool out of myself, but I got a little target set up back here and thought might shoot 3 to 6 arrows, just give you a taste of the practice, and then as it progresses, maybe later on in the season, I might get to show you a little deer hunt. But bear with me, I'm going to adjust the camera on the target and we'll see what I can do for a few minutes. Hang on, let me zoom in. I'm going to try to get it where y'all can see the target, and maybe I can get lucky and I can hit the thing. If I miss, y'all don't laugh at me too bad. Here goes nothing. Well, that wasn't too bad, but I know I wasn't in the shot. So now I'm going to fire 3 down and let you see that I'm shooting, even as bad as that shooting was. You got to forgive me, it's the first time in a year since I've touched a bow. But let me do about 3 where you can see me try to shoot, and then we'll wrap this up and won't drag it out a long time. Here we go. Well now folks, I know the way I had the camera set up, you really probably couldn't see where I hit, so I'll zoom in, and then I'll go pull my arrows, and I'm going to lay my bow down. And let's see if we can see what I can do. Even an old blind guy like me can get lucky every now and then. Well, that still ain't showing good. How about this? I'll just back off and we'll walk down there and look at it. Oh, it is hot and muggy. We'll be glad when fall, cool weather gets here, whether I ever step in the woods to go hunting or not. Oh my goodness, I did better than I thought I would. That would kill a deer. Look at him, folks. Even a out of shape fella like me can get lucky. Now that wasn't a great big long shot, but anytime I can put 3 in dead center should be, I'm aiming for the heart on a deer, so 3 arrows that close together, that right there ain't bad for somebody out of shape and they hadn't touched a bow in a year. But I'm proud of that. Now that wasn't a real long shot. That was back to where that stool is. That's roughly where I had the camera, and just this side of the stool is 20 yards. And I start off at 20, and then as I feel comfortable that I won't miss the target and waste arrows going back in the woods and damaging stuff, then I start backing up to 30 to a 40, and I do shoot occasionally at practice at 50. But when I'm in the woods trying to deer hunt, I know my limitations, and I don't want to injure a deer. I'm out there when I go hunting to get a deer, and I want to do it as humanely as I can and quickly as I can. So I like to try to keep my shots 40 yards or less. And if they're 50, I'm probably never going to take a shot. I never have, and I've been shooting a bow since I was in high school. When I was in school, our teacher in PE, we had archery, one section of the school, and I hated it. We did recurve bows. You had to stand in line on the football field. You had about 3 arrows. You shot 3 times. You had to put on the safety tabs on your finger, shooting tabs on your finger, the safety guard on your arm. We were only shooting about 10 to 15 yards away. And then you pulled your 3 arrows, and then you had to go get back in line, and 20 minutes later, luckily one class, an hour's class, you might get to shoot twice. I hated it. But then one day, our teacher, he was a football coach, and he realized that we didn't like it. So he pulled his truck around to the field, and he proceeded to introduce us to a compound bow. And he was standing back at 40 or 50 yards, and those arrows were flying, and it got our attention. And then he turned around and let us know that now we could take these things and go hunting and possibly deer hunt with them. And I went about a week later and got my first bow. And that was when I was probably about 16. And like I said, about a week or so ago, I turned 55, and I have shot one ever since. Like I said, like everything I do, I'm not real good at it. I am not an expert, but it's fun, and getting used to pulling back the heavy bow, it's good exercise. Now, for years, I shot about a 70, 72 pound pullback, but over the years and a little bit of age and a lot of shoulder problems and things, I got to watching old Uncle Ted Nugent on TV and watched him. He himself went down to about 50, 55 pounds, and he can take about every species. Uh-oh, I hope that ain't the police coming after me. I did not take that pile of peas from nobody's garden but mine. I just picked a mess of peas. I'm just joking. That's an ambulance going down the road out in front of my house. But yes, it's a lot of fun, and I watched him take every species in Africa and all over the place with around a 50-pound bow, and I thought, hey, make it a little bit easier on me. So I went about 2 years ago, dropped down, well, excuse me, about 4 or 5 years ago now, I dropped down to a 55-pound bow. I can still pull back to 72, but it's just a lot easier when you got to hold it in the stand. So, but folks, I appreciate y'all checking us out. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. We can use all the help we can get. And like I said, later on, I've got a 3D deer target. I will be setting it up, and possibly we'll do a little bit more target practice. I'll try not to bore you with it, but we'll do that. Might even go in the woods and do a little scouting, kind of little prep work, how to prune a deer stand area, shooting lanes, prepare to put a stand up. Little helpful hints. But like I said, for a fella that hadn't shot in about a year, and I can get my arrows that close together, and that was the only shots I had fired until I turned the camera on, I don't think that's too bad for an old guy. But folks, appreciate y'all watching. If you like what you see, please tell your friends. And if the good Lord's willing, the creek don't rise, we'll see y'all on down the road. Hope y'all have a good evening. Be careful this weekend. See y'all later.